Danny Two Guns with Two Guns Training Systems with Coach Nate with this week's Just the Tip Tuesday Quickie. So today we're looking at the deadlift. Give you some deadlift training. Back is straight, pushes the floor away, butt back, a nice hinge like we talked about. A lot of good things about the deadlift. You know, lower body strength, glutes, lower back health. But one of the things with deadlift, you want to be able to progress it, make it harder without necessarily having to add weight. So part of the DVRT system that we utilize here is to be able to increase the difficulty and the challenge of the exercise without necessarily going at the weight. So one of the ways we're going to progress that deadlift is to go into what we call the stagger stance. He's going to line up his toe even with his opposite heel, 80% of his weight on his front heel, 20% of the ball of his foot, and do that same exact deadlift pattern. Nothing actually changed except we've decreased the leverage of the exercise, thus making it harder, and again, no weight. From the stagger stance deadlift, we progress to a rear step deadlift, where it's the same exact principle, except now he steps back as he descends, steps up and forward as he ascends. One more there. And then the fourth way we'll progress this is to go a single leg deadlift. So again, we're using the same amount of weight that's infinitely harder, and we might have to go down in weight to do this exercise. More. Same deadlift pattern, infinitely harder, same weight if not less weight. And that's this week's Just Tip Tuesday Quickie, piggybacking off last week. So last week we talked about progressing the deadlift without adding any weight. We're going to do the same thing here, but take it to kind of the next level. So we were mainly working in front to back last week, and this week we're going to start manipulating the plane of motion we're in, mainly because life happens three-dimensionally, multiple planes of motion, not just front to back. So the next way we'll progress the deadlift is to go what we call a lateral step deadlift. So Nate's going to deadlift the bag up, and then he's going to step to the side, giving that same nice hinge pattern. Hinge leg is still straight, back is still straight, and now he comes back up to neutral from the side. Show me one more. Same thing, but now we have to resist forces going side by side. From there, we can increase in what we call the transverse plane, or rotationally, in the same demand. So he's going to do what we call a crossover step deadlift. Steps back and behind, kind of a diagonal angle from his front foot, going through the plane going front to back and side to side. So show me one more. Good. And so the next part, we've kind of progressed into all the planes. Now we can transition where we hold the bag to make it infinitely more challenging, and practically everyone has to go down in weight when we get to this part of the exercise. So Nate's going to demonstrate what we call the front load good morning, or essentially getting back to that original deadlift, but with a harder lever. Good. And he's going to do the same exact thing he did in the deadlift last week, where his butt goes back, shins stay straight, and comes back up. So same hinge, but one more, infinitely harder, because we made the holding position infinitely more challenging. So again, now we made it harder with less weight, and that's the beauty of what we do and how we keep people getting to their goals faster, safer, and more effectively. And that's this week's Just Tip Tuesday.